So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So yeah, I just decided to record a play session from my PvP top 500 aspiration, I should say. Like, in this video I'm climbing up to the top 100, but I usually do this in the beginning, first few days, and then towards the end of the week I slowly move down the leaderboard and end up around rank 400 maybe. And yeah, this first battle is against Quick. At least it's a hybrid Quick. Like, if you run Quick on defense, I'd say it should be something like this, where like you should definitely run V2 Kusan. He's pretty damn scary. Together with like the Akino Kaido combo. Like, I think this death team is fine. The problem is just that Dex is super overpowered in general. And the Quick really can't win against any competent Dex team. And I'd say it's so easy to make a good Dex team, so most people can. So yeah, I'm honestly not sure why people run a Quick defenses. Like, do they actually give results? Maybe, like, I guess I run a kind of Quick defense myself. I'm running a kind of meme defense with my level limit broken Barto. He actually has a very cool PvP buff, Barto, where he does the like taunt effect very fast, and he also gives like level 17 guard to himself. Pretty cool. Anyway, this is my answer to all the Dex teams. Like, Dex is by far the most common team, and I'm skipping all super overpowered Dex teams with like 8 units, very optimal and such. But for the Dex teams that I see holes in, this is actually a very consistent team, I'd say. Like, no team is truly consistent, but I'm easily about that 80-85% win rate. Like, it depends on what teams you face. Like, if I face a Pell, for example, my odds of winning go down a lot. So in general, I don't face Pell teams. I'd argue that Pell goes against the spirit of PvP, because PvP is a lot of RNG BS, while Pell is just, oh, I see you got a V2 kid, it would be a shame if I just kill him with one special. That's basically Pell, and that's why I skip Pell, because V2 kid is to be protected at all costs. Anyway, we face more Dex teams. I'll talk more about it as we go along. But I think it's a pretty funny core, and it makes sense. Now I face a pretty much free Dex defense. Like, don't run this. Like, there's no Doffy, there's no Zoro, there's not much threat here at all. Like, I'm sure the team I faces could win against Quick on offense, because Quick kind of sucks. But like on defense, nah, this is not a team to run at all. Like, they're just full of holes. Like, there's no Brook to add some stability. That would be way better than the Ray League. And there's no offensive oomph without the Doffy or anything. And like, the dog in general, like, he's okay on offense, I'd say, since then you can pick to face Quick teams. But he's basically trash on defense, because nobody's going to use a Quick unit against Dex. So yeah, not a fan. But yeah, we're climbing. And yeah, against these weird hybrid teams, I just go with the Free Spirit quotation marks team. And it rarely disappoints. Like, I'm going to be honest, I've given up on the Psy Int matchup. Like, sure, I'm sure that Psy is still better than Int, but it's so matchup dependent, and there's a lot of various comps you can face, and you can face so many different Psy and Int comps, and I don't want to get invested in that battlefield, like, at all. I'd rather stick to my strength, dex, quick color picking, and it's actual color picking. Like with Dex, you have an advantage against Quick. With Quick, you have an advantage against Strength, and so on. It makes sense. And then I have like an all-rounded team I can use for weird, weaker defense teams. And I can just ignore all the Int and Psi defense teams. I've honestly not faced Int defense in so long. Like, now I see them with Chaka PVP and Blackbeard, with the new Ouija Kid. I know those legends are pretty good on PvP, but since I never faced them, I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what they do. Like, I pulled Ouija Kid for myself, and I think I invested him in PvP, but yeah, I never used him yet, at least. But yeah, here we have another hybrid Quick team, and I said, like, if you're doing Quick, might as well do the hybrid, but I don't see this ever being successful. Like, Quick needs a lot of help. Like, the last Quick batch was a joke, really. Like, we have the new Frankie there in the background. Like, his abilities are fine. Like, they are very good, his abilities. But his special is absolute garbage. While Senior Pink is basically the opposite. He has a pretty cool special, but his abilities are so bad. And now Dex, who is like clearly the best of the Strength Dex Quick triangle. Like, they were already the best. Now they got Pell, who I must say he might be like one of the best PvP rare recruits. Like, he's at least the first PvP rare recruit I ever counterpick against. Like, I just made a rule, like, if Pell is on a team, I'm not doing that. Like, he can, like, usually in PvP you build around certain strong units, and there's rarely any way for the opponent to just get rid of them early. But Pell just hones in on that super strong unit and says, yeah, I'm going to take you out right now before you do anything potentially. And yeah, it just makes Pell so very reliable, but also a nightmare to face. It's kind of like why I don't want to face the Wife trio on defense, because there's so much RNG involved and I say no to that. But yeah, let's talk a bit about this, how this strength team works. So we have the V1 Whitebeard, and this is a level 4 level limit broken Whitebeard, so he has some PvP buffs, but they are pretty minor. But basically, when he uses his special, he does a 50% HP cut guaranteed to all units and at low CT. So he will usually go early. And basically, the HP cuts from Yak and Whitebeard together really opens up for Kid. And he'll usually take out a few units and leave the others weak for Boa to handle. And yeah, if you don't face the best Dex teams on defense, the opponent won't have a lot of units left after that. You can basically pick up the scraps. So even if you don't have like the biggest defensive backbone or offensive buffs and such, because let's face it, Whitebeard doesn't really help a lot in terms of abilities. Like, at that point, the opponent is so crippled that they can't really do much at all. And yeah, being weaker on defense is not only bad. Like, Kaku went out now, and Kaku is so good for like 30 seconds. And after that, he's like a total liability. So getting like Sandersonia in here, for example, is such a massive buff to the team. And Sandersonia has good synergy with the Wife trio as well, since she gets the buff from that. This is one of those iffy teams, since if things go wrong here, they can go very wrong. Like, Brook is very worrisome. But it's hard to say no to a team with no bench, because most of the time a Kid is going to wipe out like at least half of these, and there's nobody else coming in, and at that point there's not much the opponent can do. But I think we'll see that this actually turns out pretty scary. And you wouldn't think that from the current outlook, but it's just one of those games where V2Doffy sticks around. And V2Doffy is sticking around with like 20 seconds left. Like at that point, it's almost a dice roll. Such a terrifying unit. And yeah, this is why Brook is scary. Just increases the defense so much, just keeps the team together. So yeah, this went like as bad as it could have, at least so far. And yeah, I get to regret not fooling West my Cracker. I think my Cracker is level 99. And he has some level limit breaks. I can level him up more. And if I'd done that, I would have just won a KO right away there. But yeah, I'm a semi-fan of Cracker as like a late sub, because he comes in, does true damage to one unit, and that's pretty fine, and also lowers CT. So I'm a fan. But it ends up at like Doffy got the special there. He could have got the special kind of late there. Could have maybe changed things, but overall it's hard to lose with such a good start. And yeah, as slasher team, and this is basically the OG slasher team, except it has Roddy and Whitebeard as well as 6+ Odin. And as you see here, it actually starts very scary, which it often does when you face this. And not going to lie, it's like a bit of a Roddy Whitebeard dice roll when you face this. But in the end, it's a dice roll stacked in your favor. And I very rarely lose to this, but you can have incredibly bad luck and like both Odin and Yamato gets blown away by Whitebeard, for example. Like here, only Yamato was taken out, and then it's usually not a big trouble to clean up. Like Slasher is just that initial scary part. But yeah, that's 8 games from me in PvP finals. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.